Hi, it's Simone Novello from PartnerUp, and thanks for joining me for another interview with Andrew Roberts, one of our favourite friends of the PartnerUp community. So Andrew had a little mix-up on our dates and has just returned from an intensive 2-hour yoga session.
Well, actually, it was a basic yoga session for everyone else, but for me, it was very intensive. So, yes, I did get my dates mixed up, and I would usually be shaven and dressed a little bit differently for an interview style. But yeah, I'm in board shorts and as you can see, polo shirt. I had a t-shirt on before. I did change my shirts.
I know. I thought the polo was a nice touch, so we appreciate that. Well, thanks again for joining us, and I know we've had a little pre-chat, and I'm really excited about what we're going to cover today, particularly around niching. So I'm going to hand it over to you and let you share your wisdom with us.
I've just a bit of background again. I mean, I've been in business for close to 12 years, and I was always in general. I exited that company, and I've had this word in my mouth: you've got a niche, you've got a niche, you've got a niche. And it's really, I found it personally really challenging, making that decision to let go of my general and become the expert within a niche market. And to be honest, I fought it. And that was my thinking. It's like this tiny little industry, and there's not going to be enough for me. That's the fear, I believe. There's not enough.
Yeah.
And fortunately, there was one saying, and it made sense to me. And there was a guy that I can't remember his name, but it was in a book, and he said, most people are standing on an ocean with a rifle gun, with fishermen. This is in the general market space, and they're taking pot shots into the ocean trying to hit a fish.
Yep.
And he explained that niche marketing is like filling a bucket full of water, putting all the fish in the water, like 50 fish into a bucket, and shooting it with a machine gun. And
that's a great analogy.
That, I thought, you know what, it is a little bit challenging marketing when you're just scattergun approach. You're running from opportunities all over the place. You get some businesses that are a certain size and others that are all different. And anyway, so that I made the decision, I am going to niche. Actually, there's one more piece of the jigsaw, and that's one of my clients had never coached before, but niched into the veterinary industry.
Uh-huh.
And Simone, it really dawned on me that in the veterinary industry, there's 2,500 vets, and my client is servicing 200 of them. So he's about 200 members. Actually, he's up to close to 300 now, to be honest. But back when I met him, it was around about 200.
Yeah.
And he was profiting around about $1 million per year, not turnover, profit. And this guy's working about 3 days a week. And I meet a lot of coaches, obviously being in that industry, and I can tell you now, very few can be that successful. And this guy's hidden. He's not out there in the open marketplace. You would never have heard of his name. Sam Bowden's his name.
Yeah.
But he is so well known in his niche market. He is the king within the niche market. Not the king, but he's just very well known.
I did a presentation recently, and I was when I finished, I sat next to a woman who was a bookkeeper, and someone asked her about her business, and she said, "I'm a bookkeeper for restaurants." And I immediately turned to her, and so did two other people in the room, and I said, "I know two people that run restaurant-related businesses, and they have hundreds of restaurants on their books. I'm sure they'd love to talk to you." Now, if she'd just said, "I'm a bookkeeper," or "I'm a bookkeeper for the SME sector," it's less powerful. You can just see straight away, even, being able to say that when you meet somebody, if they know people, they want to volunteer.
She'll grow at about 10 times the rate of someone in the general space, because she's a bookkeeper for restaurant owners. She'll grow at 10 times the rate.
Love it.
And her levels of stress will be about a fifth as someone in the general, because she'll become such an expert at it. She'll do it with her eyes closed. There'll be zero complication.
I love
That's
that.
the other thing.
I think that
simple business.
that spells it out, doesn't it?
It's just a no-brainer. When I hear that, I think she's going to do so well, and she'll grow 10 times the speed. So there you go. Absolutely guaranteed.